Hello everyone. Today we are going to see about the inverse Z transform using long division method. Here the question is, find the inverse Z transform of capital X of Z is equal to Z plus 0.2 divided by Z plus 0.5 into Z plus minus 1, where the ROC is mod Z less than 1 using long division method. So how to find the inverse Z transform? The solution is this is mod it is not less than 1, it is greater than 1. Okay, you have to take like that. Since ROC is mod Z greater than 1, the sequence is causal, that is a positive sequence. Okay, positive sequence means you'll be getting X of Z for that is or X of N in the positive direction. That is like this you'll be getting. Okay, so this is N and this is X of N. So positive sequence means you'll be getting the values in the positive side. Okay, you'll be getting X of N in the positive side. That is called causal sequence or the positive sequence. So here N is greater than or equal to 0. So that is called causal or positive sequence. Okay. Now, capital X of Z given, which is equal to Z plus 0.2 divided by Z plus 0.5 into Z minus 1. So here Z plus 0.2 divided by, you just expand. So Z into Z is Z square. Minus Z into 1 is minus Z. Plus 0.5 into Z is plus 0.5 Z. Minus 0.5 into 1 is 0.5. So Z plus 0.2 divided by Z square minus 1 plus 0.5 is minus 0.5 Z minus 0.5. So this is the X of Z we have got. So this is long division method. So you have to divide this numerator by the denominator. So numerator is Z plus 0.2. So you have to write inside this table Z plus 0.2. And the denominator is Z square minus 0.5 Z minus 0.5. Okay, we'll start the process. So here we need Z. Okay, the first term should be Z and this Z should get cancelled with this Z. So here our first term is Z square. Since we need Z, so in the quotient we should have Z power minus 1. So Z square into Z power minus 1. When you multiply Z square into Z power minus 1, you will be getting Z. That is, then in the numerator, that is what we have to do is in the superscript, if you have values, you have to add that powers. Okay, so here Z square into Z power minus 1. So add the powers. So Z power 2 minus 1, which is Z power 1, which is Z. So the first term is Z inverse. So Z inverse into Z square, which will give you Z minus 0.5 Z into Z inverse. So what will happen? This Z and Z inverse will get cancelled. So you'll be getting 0.5. That is minus 0.5. Again, minus 0.5 into Z inverse, which will give you minus 0.5 Z inverse. Now you have to change the sign. So here it will become minus, plus and plus. The first term gets cancelled. And 0.2 plus 0.5 will give you 0.7 plus 0.5 is Z inverse. Now, in the second term, what we have to do is this 0.7 has to be cancelled. So for that, here our first term is Z square. So in order to get Z power 0, that is 1, what we have to do that Z square should be multiplied by Z power minus 2. So, and here we have the constant 0.7. So, we are adding 0.7 z power minus 2. So, just multiply 0.7 z power minus 2 into z square will give you 0.7. Z square into z power minus 2 will get cancelled. So, at last you will be getting 0.7. Then minus into plus minus 0.5 into 0.7 is 0.35. Z into z power minus 2 is z power minus 1. Okay, how will you get this? Z square, z power minus 2 into, just a minute, z power minus 2 into z. So the numerator you will be getting z power minus 2 plus 1. So which is z power minus 1. So when you multiply z into z power minus 1, you will be getting z power minus 1. The next one, minus into plus, minus 0.5 into 0.7, we will be getting 0.35 z power minus 2. Now change the sign. Here it is minus, plus and plus. This term will get cancelled. That is 0.7 will get cancelled. So just add these two values. 0.5 plus 0.35 you will get 0.85 z inverse plus 0.35 z power minus 2. So the third term should be such that you need to cancel this 0.85 z inverse. So already you will be having z power 2. If you want z power minus 1, what you have to do? You have to multiply this term with z power minus 3. Okay, only then you will be getting, see, listen, z power, if you multiply z power minus 3 into z square, you will be getting z power minus 3 plus 2. That is z inverse you will get. And since you will be having this 0.85, you have to include this coefficient 0.85 z power minus 3. Now just multiply this 0.85 z power minus 3 with this value. So 0.85 z power minus 3 into z square will give you 0.85 z power minus 1. Again minus into plus, minus 0.5 into 0.85 is 0.425. So 0.425 z into z power minus 3, which is equal to z power minus of minus 3 plus 1, which is z power minus 2. Again minus into plus minus 0.5 into 85, 0.425 z power minus 3. Now what you have to do? Just change the sign. So you'll be getting minus, plus and plus. So this 0.85 z inverse will get cancelled. Now you just add these two values, 0.574. That is a 0.775 z power minus 2 plus 0.425 z power minus 3. Now the next term should be such that it should cancel this 0.775 z power minus 2. So what you have to do? Already you have z square as the highest power. So since we need z power minus 2, you have to multiply this term with z power minus 4. Only then you will be getting z power minus 2. And since you are having this coefficient, you have to add that coefficient. So 0.775 z power minus 4 you have to include in the that is in the quotient. Okay, now just multiply 0.775 z power minus 4 into z square will give you 0.775 z power minus 4 into z square will give you z power minus 2. Again minus into plus, minus 0.5 into 0.775 will give you 0.3875. Again minus into plus, minus 0.5 into 0.775 will give you 0.3875 z power minus 4. So this continues. Okay, this process continues. Now what we have to do is you have to take down the quotient. So x of z is equal to z inverse plus 0.7 z power minus 2 plus 0.85 z power minus 3 plus 775 z power minus 4. This is equation number 1. That is, we have got from the long division method. So we know the definition of Z transform. That is, causal sequence means, already I have told you, causal sequence means positive sequence. For n greater than or equal to 0 will come under positive sequence or causal sequence. So we know the definition of Z transform is x of z is equal to summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x of n into z power minus n. Since it is a causal sequence, your n is varying from 0 to infinity. So that's why I have put n varies from 0 to infinity x of n into z power minus n for causal sequence. Now expand this value. Okay. Now substitute the n values from 0 to infinity. So first I have substituted 0. N is equal to 0. So x of 0 into z power 0. Since you are having summation, you have to give this addition symbol. And now n is equal to 1. So x of 1 into z power minus 1 plus n is equal to 2. X of 2 into z power minus 2 plus n is equal to 3. X of 3 into z power minus 3 plus n is equal to 4. X of 4 into z power minus 4. So plus etc. So what you have to do is you have to compare these two equations, because this is also x of z and this is also x of z. So when we comparing these 1 and 2, the z power 0 term is missing, meaning that x of 0 is 0. And equate z inverse term. Here also, here x of 1 into z inverse, here you will be having 1 into z inverse. So now what is the value of x of 1? So x of 1 is equal to 1. Okay, now equate x of 2 into z power minus 2 and 0.7 z power minus 2. So here x of 2 is equal to 0.7 and x of 3 into z power minus 3 equal to 0.85 into z power minus 3. So which becomes x of 3 is 0.85 and x of 4 is 0.775. So this keeps on going. So hence small x of n, because when we take the inverse z transform of capital X of z, we will be getting small x of n, which is equal to 0, 1, 0.7, 0.85 and 0.775. And why I am putting this arrow mark is, this arrow mark indicates that n is equal to 0. Okay, so this, wherever you find this arrow mark in a sequence, it implies that this is n is equal to 0 and this is your x of 0 term. Okay, and here you will be getting only the x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, x of 4, meaning that this is n is equal to 0, n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3, n is equal to 4. So you will be getting only positive side sequence. So which means that it is a causal sequence. Next, we'll go to another problem. Find the inverse z transform of x of z is equal to z by z minus 3 into z minus 4, where mod z is less than 3 using long division method. So listen, since ROC is mod z less than 3, the sequence is anti-causal or negative sequence. What is anti-causal or negative sequence? So this is your sequence. So this is n and this is x of n. Okay. Negative sequence means n is for n less than 0, you will be getting the values. This is n is equal to 0, n is equal to minus 1, n is equal to minus 2, till minus infinity it goes on. So from 0 to minus infinity, it is called as anti-causal sequence or negative sequence. So why we are getting this as negative sequences? Because it depends upon your ROC. The mod z is less than 3. When mod z is less, see, when the z term is less than some value, then it is called a negative sequence. When z is greater than some value, so greater than symbol if you get, then you will consider that sequence as a causal sequence or a positive sequence. Now we'll go to the problem. Now x of z is equal to z by z minus 3 into z minus 4. So just expand this denominator. So z divided by z into z is z square, minus 3 into z minus 3z, minus 4 into z is minus 4z, minus into minus plus 3 into 4 is 12. So z divided by z square minus 7z plus 12 you're getting. Now divide the numerator by the denominator. The numerator term is z, which is inside this box, and the denominator is z square minus 7z plus 12. So since it is a anti-causal sequence, we are writing the z terms in the increasing order. Okay, that is 12 into z power 0 minus 7 into z power 1 plus z square. Okay, likewise we are writing this power of z in the increasing order. Okay, so here the first term is z, whereas here the first term is 12. So what we need to do is we have to find a quotient such that the first term should be z. Okay, so already I am having 12 value. Okay, this should be multiplied by a quotient such that I'll be getting z. Okay, so for that what you have to do is you have to multiply this 12 by z by 12. So this 12 and 12 will get cancelled. So z by 12 is my quotient. So write the first quotient as z by 12 and just multiply this term and these three terms. So first z by 12 is multiplied by 12. I'll be getting z. Again, plus into minus is minus. 7 z by 12 will become 7 z square by 12. Again, plus into plus plus. Z square into z by 12 will become z cube by 12. Now change the sign here, minus, plus and minus. So z and z minus z will get cancelled. So I'll be getting 7 z squared minus 12 minus z cube by 12. Now I have to find a quotient such that this 7 z squared by 12 has to be cancelled. So 7 z squared by 12 I need. Okay. In the first term I am having 12. So what is the quotient I have to take is 7 z squared by 144. So what will happen? This 12 and 144 will get cancelled. So I'll be getting 7 z squared by 12. So this is my second quotient term. Okay. So plus 7 z squared by 144. So 7 z squared by 144 into 12. I'll be getting 7 z squared by 12. Again, 7 z squared by 144 into minus 7 z. So minus into plus minus 7 into 7, 49. Z into z squared will give you z cube by 144. Again, the third term is plus into plus plus. Z squared into 7, z squared is 7 z power 4 by 144. Okay. Now change the sign, minus, plus and minus. So this 7 z squared by 12 term gets cancelled. So I'll be getting 37 z cube by 144 minus 7 z power 4 by 144. So the third term should be such that I should get 37 z cube by 144. So I should get. So the first term 12 should be multiplied by 37 z cube by 144 into 12. Okay. Now, if you multiply this 144 into 12, I'll be getting 1728. So this is my third quotient, that is 37 z cube by 1728. So 37 z cube by 1728 is multiplied by 12. So that I'll be getting 37 z cube by 144. Now 37 divided by 1728 z cube multiplied by minus 7 z. So I'm getting minus 259 z power 4 by 1728. The next one, 37 z cube by 1728 should be multiplied by z square. So I am getting 37 z power 5 by 1728. So similarly, you have to change the sign and you have to cancel the terms. So just to see the quotient, I've got x of z is equal to z by 12 plus 7 z square by 144 plus 37 by 1728 z cube. So consider this as equation number 1. We know that for the anti-causal sequence means it is negative sequence. So negative sequence means I'll be getting the values in the negative side only. That is, this is n, this is x of n. My n value is n is equal to 0, minus 1, minus 2, till minus infinity. For anti-causal sequence, x of z is equal to summation n varies from minus infinity till 0 into x of n into z power minus n. Okay. Now what we have to do is we have to substitute various values of n. Okay. So I'm going to substitute the n values for that is minus 3, minus 2, minus 1 and 0. So etc. plus my n value is minus 3. So x of minus 3 into z power minus of minus 3 plus x of, now substitute n is equal to minus 2. So x of minus 2 into z power minus of minus 2 plus x of minus 1 into z power minus of minus 1 plus x of 0 into z power minus 0. So you'll be getting etc. plus x of minus 3 into z cube plus z x power x of minus 2 into z square plus x of minus 1 into z power 1 plus x of 0 into z power 0. Z power 0 is 1. So this is equation number 2. So by comparing this 1 and 2, listen, here I don't have any z power 0 term. So x of 0 is 0. Okay. Now here x of minus 1 term I'm having z power 1. Okay. So here z power 1's coefficient is 1 by 12. So x of minus 1 is 1 by 12. The next one, z square. Okay, z square for here the z square, the x term is x of minus 2. Okay, when you go here, z square's coefficient is 7 by 144. So x of minus 2 is 7 by 144. And for z cube, you'll be getting x of minus 3. For x of minus 3, I'll be getting 37 by 1728. Okay. And so on. So hence x of n is equal to etc. till first you have to write x of minus 3, comma x of minus 2, comma x of minus 1, comma x of 0. So this arrow mark indicates that this is n equal to 0 and this is n equal to minus 1. This is n is equal to minus 2. This is n is equal to minus 3. So this is an anti-causal sequence. Thank you so much for watching this video.